to my YouTube channel. I'm Renee with Renee's Creative Casa. In today's video, we are going to be making some beautiful Christmas wreaths. I hope you guys are excited about some wreath crafting. I will be making 3 different wreaths. They will all be different styles, and I will be making some bows, and I'm thinking about doing a bow tutorial for you guys. If you think that's a good idea, leave me a comment down below. So without further ado, let's get this crafting party started.
Okay, so for the first wreath that I'm going to be making, it's going to be the blue and white, and it's not actually a traditional Christmas color, but I think it ends up being really beautiful anyways. The lady that I'm making this for, she really loves snowmen, and she loves this royal blue color, so I was able to find this blue deco mesh right here at the Dollar Tree. So I went ahead and picked up several rolls of that as well as the white, and I'm just going to be crafting her a little wreath out of these colors. And I think it turns out really pretty. So I'm just going to start by securing the deco mesh onto the wreath form using a chenille stem that I have cut into thirds. And I'm just going to go around the wreath, and I'm just going to continue to secure that blue into place. This is the wreath after I got the deco mesh on there, and you guys can see that it is pretty full. I'm also, after I do that, I'm going to take the white deco mesh and some silver tulle. This tulle does have like the little glitter in it, so it's going to add a little bit of sparkle to the wreath. And I'm just going to start by cutting out some lengths of that, and I'm just going to roll it over on top of itself and create some little bundles. I'm going to secure those together using the chenille stems like I secured the deco mesh with. And then I'm just going to create several of those, and then I'm just going to begin to place those around inside the wreath just to add the pops of white and the pops of silver that I'm looking for. I got this paint that matches the snowman at Dollar Tree, and it matches almost identical, so I want to use it to paint onto that snowman sign, and I'm just going to cover that with some extra fine white glitter that I got at Walmart. So right now I'm just painting over the red with the blue, and I'm also going to paint the little holly berries, and then I'm just going to sprinkle some glitter over the top of that, and it's just going to add just an extra little pop of glitter on there, just an extra little pop of sparkle on there. Once that is done, I am just going to secure it to my wreath using some hot glue, and I'm just going to peep around the back and make sure that it is adhering to the deco mesh like I want. Now I'm going to make some little ornament bundles, and I just have some little small ornaments, and I'm just going to string them on this chenille stem like so, and then I'm going to attach them to my wreath. And then once I start working on my snowman, I am going to take their tops off. And it has that little knob at the top, but then I picked up this blue ribbon that I got at the Dollar Tree. It is the same color as all of the other blues that I'm using, so I'm just going to use this ribbon to make like a little shoestring bow, and I'm going to attach that to the top of my snowman using hot glue. So now I have all my little snowmen done, and I made 3 because she has 3 children, so I thought it would be super cute to do 3 of them. And now I have this ribbon. I have the snowflake ribbon and the silver one, and I'm just going to secure those 2 together. And I'm going to be using my large Pro Bow the hand to make a stacked ribbon a stacked bow for the top of this wreath. Once you get your bow completed, you want to cut the ribbon off, and you want to make sure it's tied off good using a chenille stem, and then you just want to fluff it. And I always fluff mine opposite each other, so whichever one I fluff to the right and to the left of the actual loop before that, I do opposite on the next one. And you can see that I'm giving this bow a really good fluffing, and then once I get it fluffed out the way I like it, I'm going to attach it to my wreath, and then I'm going to fluff it some more. Right here you can see that I am dovetailing the ends. So once I get those dovetailed, I'm going to attach it, and then I'm just going to fluff it, make sure that it is fluffed really well. And then I have these little iridescent stems as well as some silver poinsettias, and I'm just going to go ahead and start hot gluing those in around where I have the ribbon at. And the whole time that I'm adding these, I am fluffing the ribbon at the same time so that I can make sure it's all fluffed and everything comes together nicely. This is what it looks like when I finish with it, and I think it turned out really adorable. I think it's a super cute snowman wreath. The only thing that I would have done different on here is like put chilling with my snowmies, but where she lives at, it does snow a lot, so she did want the Let It Snow sign, and I think it's super cute. You guys let me know what you think. So on my second wreath, I actually had like a small little snafu. I started covering it in the deco mesh, and then I wanted to put the other half of it in the little ornament bundles like I'm doing here. But then I decided I didn't like that, so I did end up ripping out all of the deco mesh, but you guys will see that later on. So right now I'm just making the little ornament bundles, and I'm attaching them to my wreath form. And I'm just putting, you guys can see different size ornaments on there. I am staying with the red, the green, and the silver. And you can see right here that I have it all filled in. And then I'm just going to take this garland, and I'm just going to start hot gluing it. I did have this garland in my stash, I think from last year or a couple years ago. And I'm just going in and around the little ornament bundles with this garland. And I think it really does come together nicely, but I decided I don't like the different color deco mesh. So I decided I'm going to go back with the solid red deco mesh, and I'm just going to do them kind of on opposite side of the ornament bundles. And I'm just going to be using that to make like big poofs, and I'm just going to tie it off. I'm probably pulling out like 6 or 8 inches here. You guys see Stella in the back there watching me. She is so adorable. But anyways, I'm just going to be pulling out some little poofs with the deco mesh, and I'm going to continue around to that side of the wreath until it ends up being about half and half. I'm not sure if you guys can understand what I'm saying, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to explain, how I'm trying to explain that I ended up doing it. after I have all the deco mesh added to the wreath, I want to go ahead and make it look like I'm kind of bringing it together as one cohesive piece. So I just put some of this garland in there, and I'm just securing it using some hot glue. And I'm just laying that hot glue down right on top of the deco mesh, and then just pressing that garland into it. And then once I get all of the garland attached to it, I'm going to put in like a 3-stacked ribbon that I used. I used green, red, and then I used a plaid color. And now I'm just going to add in some picks around the ribbon. And then this is what it looks like once I have all of it put together, and I think it turned out really beautiful. I did want it to look a little bit more abstract, but the different color deco mesh, it just wasn't, to me, it just wasn't pulling it together the way that I thought it would. So I really do like this a lot better. For my third wreath, I'm going to be using the red and silver deco mesh as well as the white deco mesh. And then I'm also going to be adding in the green like you guys saw before. And this is that really pretty deco mesh that Dollar Tree put out this year. It seems like it almost is like it has snow in it. It's more like a tulle than a deco mesh, but I think they have it labeled as deco mesh. But I'm just going to be cutting out strips of all of those, and I'm just going to be rolling them over on themselves and making little deco mesh bundles like I did with some of the other things that you guys saw me do today. And then I'm just going to secure those. I'm not really rolling this one. I'm more like squunching it together. And then I'm just going to secure those with a chenille stem, and I'm going to secure those onto my wreath form, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Here, I'm just going to be showing you guys how I'm going to attach them. I'm going to start on the inside part of the wreath form, and I'm just going to stagger my bundles up, and then I'm going to stagger them all the way back down. And I think I end up putting about 8 to 10 in each little section of the wreath form to make sure that it was really full. And I think it really did turn out really pretty once I made sure that it was really full and really fluffed up. This is the wreath once I've got it finished, and you guys can see that it did turn out really beautiful. Now I'm going to be making a bow. I'm going to be using both of these 2 ribbons that say Merry Christmas, as well as this red one right here, and I'm going to be using my Pro Bow, the hand, the large one, to do that. So I'm just going to put my ribbon on there, and then I'm going to secure it and go ahead and start making my bow using the bottoms up method. And I'm just going to keep going around each finger until I get this little bow completed. You just want to make sure that once you finish with this bow that you secure it really well using the chenille stem or floral wire. Either one is fine, and you want to make sure that you give it a really good fluffing. And here I am fluffing my little bow, and I think it turned out really pretty. It's very full. It really is a very full little bow. So I think it goes good with the wreath that I finished. And you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. I am going to dovetail the ends of this bow by cutting downward. Once I get my tails right there lined up together, I'm just going to cut downward on an angle, and that's going to create that that little boutique finish on the end of it. And here it is once I decide where I'm going to attach it on my wreath. And you guys can see that it really did come together really beautiful. The wreath is a little bit more of a simple wreath, but the lady that I was making this wreath for, she is a little bit more of a simple lady. So I knew that a lot of bling and a lot of glitter and glitzy and glam, it's not really her style. So I really did want to make something and put something together for her that I knew she would be in love with. And as soon as I gave her this wreath, she said, oh my gosh, you know, I'm in love with this. It's really very pretty. And I think it turned out really beautiful as well. You guys let me know what you think. I think that all of these colors came together well, and that the little truck on there just really brought it together.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoy watching me put together these beautiful wreaths. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite and if you'll be trying to recreate any of these. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you will consider liking this video, as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel and turning on your post notifications so you never miss a video from me. This video will be linked in my Christmas on the Cheap playlist that will be in the description box down below. I hope you guys will go back and check out all of those videos. It will be part of my huge cozy Christmas themed holiday, so go back and check those out so you can see what I've been up to. Thanks again for watching.